Dear students, it is the third video for the week, fifth and lesson number 10. In the previous video, we endeavored to, in the previous video, found that the ethnic affiliations, racial and religion based on race and region, that is very important in which areas what kind of castes and tribes exist. Fine. Now in this lesson we are going to have another very important point of ethnicity, and this is most celebrated one: religion. What means by religion? In simplest form, religion is a set of beliefs, that one person adopts and practices throughout his or her life, and he thinks these concepts, those components as the final word as for their salvation. That is called religion. Religion से मुराद है कि अकायद का एक ऐसा मजमुआ जो हर शख्स अपने लिए मखसूस कर लेता है और फिर अपनी सारी जिंदगी उसी के ऊपर गुजारने की साई करता है. Clear? That is called religion. Even the people who don't have the religion have the religion. For example, atheism is also a religion. So religions are of different kinds. They are divine religions like Islam, Christianity, Judaism. They are called the divine religions. Cultural religions, for example, Hinduism, Buddhism, they are called cultural religions. Territorial religions, that they emerged from the territory. Fine. And there are other religions. They were secularism and communisms. Also they are movements, but primarily they in simplest form they are called religion, because a communist or a secular person throughout the life practices those rules and traditions settled by the philosophers of the very type. Well, now the question is that how religion is significant. Religion is significant throughout the life, throughout the human history. Religion has a very strong impact. For example, the present Christianity was spread when Constantine embraced Christianity. He won the war, and obsessed with the feelings, he imposed religion, Christianity as a religion over entire subject in his kingdom. Fine. And thus the religion spread. Similarly, crusades, war between Muslims and Christians for centuries, they were mostly moved by the basis of religion. Conflict between Jews, Muslims and Christians is also religion. And now we come to, in the most recent times, in India, you find that the Hindus are going to transform, or they are transforming India into Hindutva, that they want make India as a Hindu state governed by the Hindu laws and elders. Similarly, in Pakistan, Islamization is being supported, and people want the Islam to be their final word, and they want to run the business of state even. fine, with the Islam. So religion also has a very strong foundations. For example, East Timor, that was in Indonesia, but the population of East Timor was mostly Christians, controlled by Indonesia. International intervention was made, and Mashriqi Timor was segregated from Indonesia and given the status of a separate entity. So all the world powers do interfere where they think that the population, Christian population, is being suppressed. For example, similar is the example of Sudan. Clear? Pakistan helped out, and the Pakistanis practically fought in Bosnia Herzegovina on the basis of religion. Okay, so religion is the topmost priority. Even in the present time, three states, four states, they are run by the religions. For example, Israel, religious based state; Pakistan, ideological religious based state; India, now transforming into religious based states; and uh, similarly, present day Iran is also religious based states. So these, they try to make their policies, they want to run their business according to their religions. So this is the overall background, that how the religion is important and why religion is made a central position. So to understand that why Pakistani people, why the people inhabit Pakhtunkhwa, Sindh, Karachi, Lahore, Punjab, and other areas wish the Islamic, why they always find jihadis, reformers, movements are sprout out from this area. So understanding this question lies in the very religion of the people. Let's see it. Almost all the people of Pakistan are Muslims, or at least follow Muslim traditions and Muslim ideals and practices. Sufis virtually all parts of the Pakistani lives. Most Pakistanis belong to the Sunni sect, the major branch of Islam. There are also significant members of the Shiite Muslims. Among the Sunnis, Sufism is extremely popular and influential. In addition to the two main groups, there exist some other religious communities like Ahmadiyya, which is known as Qadiani, traces their roots from back to Qadian, India. Actually, fine. So these are the main people, mean the Sunnis, Shias, fine. They are the two major groups, and among these two major groups are the further divisions like Hanafi, Shafi, Maliki, and others. This is a very sensitive topic, students, and we should get into details. First, let's see that in Islam there is no concept of there is not any concept of, say, ethnicity. Fadkhilu silme kafa, that enter into Islam kafa. Wa'tasimu bihablillahi jamiya wa la tafarraku. That in Holy Quran Surah Al Imran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that to hold the way of God, the tradition of God strongly, and do not divide into the branches. These branches in Islam are the two are the prehistoric. The two are the mean the most eminent and primitive ones, Shiites and Sunnites. In the time of Holy Prophet ﷺ, there was not Shia and there was not Sunni. They were only Muslims. Okay, but when the question of Khilafat came and Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Raziallahu Ta'ala became Khalifa, then Hazrat Umar Farooq, then Hazrat Usman Raziallahu Ta'ala Anhu. At the death of Hazrat Usman Raziallahu Ta'ala Anhu, there were the people rose, came with the claims to prefer Hazrat Ali Raziallahu Ta'ala Anhu and called him as a god and many things. There, a group was emerged as Shia Ali. Clear. Later on, a very unfortunate uh, incident of Shahadat Hazrat Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam divided the Ummah into the two distinct groups. One became one came under the Umayyad Caliphates. Fine, they were mostly the Sunnis, and one were the those digressed. Clear, and they uh, owned their own religion because that was say a demonstrating movement. Those people called Shias, and they established their rule. I mean, this practice was practiced in mostly in Iran, Iraq, in present day Arab Emirates and other areas. They were very strong, but they were entirely different from the Arab traditions. They had their own beliefs. So, Ahle Karamata and the very famous one, Hassan bin Sabah, the Suicider, and others, they were the very important groups in Shias. Fine. Uh, I think so. They were the very important groups in Shias who controlled a land. For example, the present day Cairo, Jamiatul Azhar was established by the Fatimi. This is a long history, and these Shia and Sunnis had remained in a huge conflict. The present day conflict of Afghanistan, Taliban, and Iraq, and Syria, and Lebanon is also, from one aspect, is Shia Sunni conflict, which was provoked and aggregate means was utilized or misused by the Israelis and Western world, and to weaken the Islamic world. And the result is this: that at the few days back, Lebanon was subject to an experimental atom bomb, a small size atom bomb, that destroyed their uh, port. And previously, the conflict in promoted by Iran and Iran Saudi tension, they are the conflicts. Okay, they are the international problems that we have to talk from the point of view of us. Fine. Then there is within the Sunnis there are the certain divisions. One are called Ahmadi, one are called Hanafis. Those who follow the rules and legal system of Hazrat Imam Abu Hanifa. Another group is called Shafis, those who follow the rules of Imam Shafi. Then Hanbali, that who follow Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal. And a very important one is Imam Malik. And the Shias follow the traditions of Hazrat Imam uh, Jafar Sadiq, fine, alayhi salam, and they follow their traditions. And these, all the fiqhs do not have any major difference in day-to-day life matters like nikah and marriage, divorce, dowry, meaning keeping fast or giving a prayer. But there the major differences among the basic beliefs of Khilafat and Imamat. Fine. Sufism is a tradition. Sufism basically was a movement against when the Muslim world became more prosperous, people had more wealth, they became more worldly, and they became more materialized in another sense. Then a group of people revolted against it, and they want to keep themselves, they want to pure themselves from these impurities. Those people were became Sufis. They established their own school of thought, they used their own practices. So in Pakistan, a good number of people believe in Sufism. Hazrat Data Gand Bakhsh, Hazrat Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti, Ajmeri Rahmahullah, and Pir Baba Sarkar, and many other great saints. And there are great followers who follow their traditions. They also exist in this area. Fine. I think so. It is enough for this, and we will talk about the other uh, subsects in the next video.